Hello, everybody. My name is Roberto Martinez, with your host, the Money Boy Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I just want to make a quick video about the current situation with the New York Football Giants. If you guys haven't heard it already, Tyrod Taylor has been cleared to practice, and he is now going to be the backup quarterback for the New York Giants. And there's been a lot of chatter lately, especially since surrounding Tyrod Taylor, since there was rumors for the last couple weeks that he was probably coming back after the bye week. And the reality is, there are some Giants fans out there right now who thinks that he should be the starting quarterback. Man who played 7 games this year, has 2 touchdowns to show for it, averaged 83 yards a game. Okay? All right? The man who averaged 83 yards a game in 7 games, who scored 2 touchdowns. And his 2 touchdowns came in one damn game versus the Washington Commanders. And we're going to sit here and try to say that he is the better quarterback because of that. That is absolutely asinine. Truly it is. It is asinine to think for 1 second we're going to sit here and say Tyrod Taylor is better than Tommy Devito because of one game they had versus the Washington Redskins where he scored 2 touchdowns and haven't scored the rest of the games he played in the rest of this year. Supposedly he's the better quarterback. While Tommy DeVito, since he's been in the starting lineup, has scored 7 touchdowns against 3 picks, and most of his picks came in his first 1 game versus, I think it was the Dallas Cowboys, where he threw 2 picks. So, it's not a big deal that Tyrod Taylor's being benched, because the reality is his performance wasn't a par to what it should have been. And if he wants to be the starting quarterback in the NFL, his performance has to improve. And the reality is here, there are some Giants fans who think this has everything to do about race. And when you throw out the statistics, when you throw out the stats and the statistics to them, they just completely ignore it and say, oh, I don't care. No, that's not true. We should start Tyrod Taylor. Okay, great. And the reality is, why are we making everything about race? Because the reality is, there's nothing to do about race. The reality is, Tommy DeVito has outplayed Daniel Jones this year and has outplayed Tyrod Taylor. That's the reality. Tommy DeVito has more touchdowns combined than them both. That's just the reality of the situation. Tommy DeVito lit a spark under this team that Tyrod Taylor couldn't do, that Danny Jones couldn't do it, or Danny Dimes, he couldn't do it. And don't get me wrong, I love Daniel Jones. I think he's an NFL caliber starting quarterback. But let's not touch that subject right now. Tommy DeVito has lit a fire underneath this team. That's the reality. Every single player seems to be behind him. They love him. And everything that the team has done in general has been completely behind him. All while the offensive line has been dog shit. Has led up the most sacks in a long time I've ever saw in one game over the last a couple weeks. I understand some of them sacks could definitely be Tommy. At times, he definitely tends to hold the ball on a little too long. But the reality is, if no one's getting open and he doesn't have any time in the pocket already as it is, he's going to try to make something happen. And if not, he's not going to make the dumb decision. That's what we need. We need a quarterback who's not going to make the dumb throw. Because our defense is good enough. It really is. It's shown that over the last couple weeks. I truly believe it's good enough. All we need is somebody that's going to manage the football game. And Tommy DeVito, over the last 2 games, so be it hasn't been great against the greatest opponents. But he has done just enough to win the football game. And we can't say that towards Tyrod Taylor, who made 2 boneheaded mistakes versus the Bills that lost us the football game. He was in the end zone with seconds left in the ball game. Not in the ball game, but seconds left before the half. And he changes the call play to a run. Completely. It was the dumbest move I've ever seen in my life. You pass the football in that situation, and he decides he's going to call a run play that failed. Because he changed the call in the pocket. Tommy hasn't made the mistakes. He hasn't made them boneheaded mistakes. And he's a rookie, and we have somebody who's been in the league for 13 years making them damn mistakes. That's one of the reasons why Tyrod Taylor ain't the starting quarterback right now. It's because of his mistakes. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Tommy hasn't at times didn't play the greatest. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely been a game I've seen that he didn't play the greatest. But let's be quite frank here. His offensive line ain't the greatest neither. So you can't really expect him to do much when the offensive line is worse than he is. He doesn't have any time in the pocket. Neither of them did, to be honest with you. And Tommy DeVito has proven he can do more than all the other quarterbacks combined. Has more passing yards a game than Tyrod Taylor. Tommy DeVito has more touchdowns than Tyrod Taylor. So it's very evident to me that there's a situation inside our fan base who thinks Tyrod Taylor's the answer when it's not. He has never been the answer. It's the reason why he's been on so many teams. And people are like, oh, he has more wins than Tommy DeVito. Of course he has more wins than Tommy DeVito. That's asinine to even say that because Tyrod Taylor had 13 years to rank up them wins. Tommy DeVito played in 5 games. And already shown to be a better quarterback. Already shown to be better than Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's a joke. His performance this year has been subpar. The games are boring to watch, and that's just the reality. Okay? I see myself watching the Giants games more now with Tommy DeVito than I did with Tyrod Taylor because I knew what the end result was going to be. It was going to be a crap game where you didn't want to watch it. And that's what they were. They all were crap. Besides the Buffalo Bills game, and he fucked that up anyway. So yes, I'm rooting for Tommy DeVito. I believe in the kid. I think he has a lot of talent. I think he has the arm to be an NFL starting quarterback. He can throw the football pretty damn good. Let's fix the offensive line that's been very evident this season and the previous season before that. Hell, the last fucking 10 years. Let's fix the fucking problem that we have had for the last 10 years. Let's not focus on fucking tanking for a quarterback that we do not need. And if we did take a quarterback, they're going to have the same fucking situation that we've been in all fucking 10 years we've been going on with this. We've been complaining about the offensive line since Eli Manning after the Super Bowl of 2011. We've been complaining about this. When is it going to be improved? When is it going to change? We really need change. We really need to build the offensive line that's been a hole since the fucking Super Bowl. Since our last Super Bowl in 2011. Let's fix that. Let's stop being fucking ridiculous. Daniel Jones can be a great quarterback. We haven't done shit to help the poor guy. And that's my stance, and that's what I'm going to stand on. I'm fully behind Tommy DeVito and Daniel Jones. I don't want another quarterback that's going to be in the same situation as Daniel Jones is in. You're not having success here. You're just not. There's no opportunity because you don't have the time to have success. You're getting fucking murdered inside the pocket every fucking time you stop the ball. It's ridiculous. This is just ridiculous, man. Tyrod Taylor belongs being on the bench. In fact, let's fucking release the guy. He wasn't good when he played. Thank God he's going after the season. Hopefully don't re-sign him, and we just stick with Tommy DeVito as our backup quarterback. My name is Roberto Martinez. I'm signing off here. Have a great one. Bye-bye now.